Welcome to Community Cocktails with Kimberly, hosted by Kimberly Woodard, a realtor for nearly 20 years with Ebby Halliday Realtors. Join her every first and third Wednesday of the month as she meets with the top community influencers to help you get to know the area you want to call home. Don't just love your home, love your community. And now, your host, Kimberly Woodard.
Welcome, viewers, to this episode of Community Cocktails with Kimberly. I am so excited about my guest today. This is a duo entrepreneur team locally based here in Dallas. And of course, there are two women, and you're going to learn so much about their business. Welcome, Stacey and Sasha, to Community Cocktails.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kimberly.
So I love the product, and I cannot wait to talk about your company, Franki and Ray. And let's just dive right in about your company.
Perfect.
Cool.
Sasha, I'll let you take this one.
Cool. So Franki Ray is our passion project, and that we've now made our reality. Stacey and I are lifelong best friends since kindergarten. Born and raised here in Dallas. We grew up in the White Rock Lake, Lakewood area. And Franki Ray is a manifestation of our friendship, which is just from the muse of our imaginations and hanging out together and being able to make things that we love.
I love
And
that.
here we are.
I love hearing that, because that's, it's two best friends that now have a wonderful business together.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about the name. You told me this when we were talking about it, and I know my viewers are going to love to hear this.
Franki is Sasha's dad, and Ray/Raymond is my dad. And growing up with such fierce men, they have this entrepreneurial spirit that is contagious and also unwavering. And it definitely was something that was instilled in us growing up. And we were encouraged to be uniquely ourselves, but to never be afraid of anything that we wanted to do. They're the wildest couple of old guys. And they really are. And they are just the most unassuming, wonderfully smart and eccentric men. Her dad is an Eastern European, like world-renowned chef. My dad is a Lebanese man from East Texas in real estate. So real estate. And it's truly their spirit that lives on through this brand, because I don't really think that we would have the prowess that we have without our parents, and mostly our dads, for just giving us the courage to move forward and believing in us. And it's kind of a way to say thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the story and love that history behind the name. So you've got fantastic products. And so let's talk about your products, what you have, and the designs.
Yeah. Well, so this is a small assortment of our debut collection.
Okay.
So we launched in March of 2020, and so what you're seeing here, toot for timing, but we'll chalk it up to a solid practice here, and albeit being a pandemic and a lot of unforeseen and quite frankly some scary moments.
Yes.
We really were able to take advantage of that and start a grassroots following and focus on, teaching people about our brand and learning, about Franki Ray and getting the word out there organically and locally. And,
Right.
I really feel like it was, things happen for a reason, I guess.
They do.
And so everything we have designed, top to bottom, from the dimensions of the products, the hardware, the interior textiles are all original artwork that Stacey and I designed, and then have rendered into fabrics. Everything is top grain, vegetable tanned leather, custom dyed, hand assembled by artisans. So it's a sustainable, tribute to fashion. Like, these aren't bags where you're going to carry for a season and then the stitching falls apart and you need a new one. It's,
right.
That's not part of the vibe that we were going for.
We want them to last. We want them to be classic, and we also want them to be representative of Franki Ray. And so it is a classic piece, but you know what it stands for. You know what it means, and that's something that we want to be internally just be instilled internally with everyone that has one. So
Well, and I love hearing that you design all the fabrics that are in these bags. I mean, they're beautiful. I mean, I know you guys, I'm seeing this right in person, but I mean, the fabric and the detail of the patterns and everything are beautiful. I love this. I love this money.
isn't that fun?
Gives you that little
vitamins.
Yes, it's like the inspiration.
It's that boss babe vibe
Yes.
for sure.
Yes, I love that. But then it has the venom, look of the flowers and everything in there.
Yes, yes.
And you live all the compartments that
Yes,
you have.
yeah, a pen, lipstick, kind of whatever you'd like.
Right.
And then we have 2 different sizes with the business bag.
Okay.
I guess we'll back up. So we've our dream child or golden goose product has been being the pioneers of bringing back the briefcase, or we have kind of rebranded them as a business bag.
Yes.
And so you see 2 examples here, but the really interesting component, because the workforce now is so overwhelmingly female in sales. I have a medical background, so from pharmaceutical sales and reps and devices to real estate and all sorts of other components, and there's just not a business bag for women. I mean, there's you haven't seen, we Googled cute briefcase only once and then decided to make them. But, there was a real void in the market, and, being able to create something that is not only, empowering, but fashionable and fun and, doesn't detract from femininity and wanting to have, a beautiful piece to carry with you to work. And so that was kind of more the combination goal to really emphasize that.
No, I love it. I mean, because as a working female, I mean, I want a cute bag. I always want a cute bag.
Because you're at work doesn't mean it has to be ugly.
Yes, and so it has been. I mean, typically, it's a tote, or you get a big purse tote, and that's what ends up being your stuff, and with all your things. And this concept is gorgeous. I mean, it is just gorgeous, and you're all organized as well because everything is right there. You can put your laptop there. You can, put all your papers, your files, whatever you have.
Hope streams.
And again,
calculator for your net worth.
Yes. And then, like I said, I love the inspiration of the money.
Yes, exactly.
So
I do want to circle back on one thing that you'd mentioned, with the tote. And so a big part of having a tote and being in a business setting is you're turning around and digging through your bag to, locate your items and then, and find them to do that presentation. Just overall, from a human instinct and micro expressions and nonverbal communication, this is a very passive movement.
Yes.
And it is taking away from the attention. You're ruffling through here, almost, not quite as organized as it could be. When you have a briefcase, you're not going to do that. You're going to set it on the counter. You're going to open it up. You're commanding your space and your authority and taking charge of what you're there to do. And you have your job because you're good at it.
Yeah.
So there's no need to, take away even that moment of not having an established presence in when you're at work and doing your business, and you don't realize it, and no one's necessarily going into it judging someone for digging in a tote, but that tone is set very differently when you are commanding that attention.
I 100% agree with that. And if you think back to when we were kids and our dads always had briefcases, and you always saw a man walk into the boardroom and they established that power. And this is that power.
Yes.
So like I said, I love that you have different sizes.
My dad had one all growing up.
Yep.
So, and it's just, it's an interesting way to kind of circle back on that. And, with the she movement and just, equal opportunity for everyone, because I'm not going to lie, I would feel it wouldn't be as impactful for me to put an old school Samsonite on the table.
It would not.
I'm not going to be as excited.
But we want to recreate that sentiment.
Yes, and that's what it has.
We're flipping the script that it doesn't have to be your dad carrying that briefcase anymore, and to know that it's safe for a woman in this environment to, and you know what, even a man, if a man wants to carry this, fantastic. We don't want to gender identify anything. We want whoever feels comfortable carrying this piece to carry it.
Well, like I said, I love it because it the power with the style.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
And y'all know me.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So let's look at some of the other pieces you have here.
Yeah.
You have some fun pieces. This little clutch thing.
Yeah,
Is adorable.
so
I love the
fun.
print.
Cool. Yeah. So this is our signature floral.
Okay.
So this basically ended up being me and Stacey's favorite. We're a sucker for floral, as you'll see through all the bags. That's kind of cohesive. But this is one that spoke to us the most, and that we intend to use in a broader capacity as
Okay.
a brand identifying element. And this was really fun to
Yes.
show them what they've got.
You see it now as a clutch,
Yeah.
which it can be used for in your nighttime activities with your phone and your lipsticks. However,
Oh my goodness.
tell them what they've won.
Right. So it's a jewelry travel clutch,
Oh,
rather. I guess
Yeah.
jewelry roll. So you slide your rings on here. You have a little zipper pocket for, smaller loose items or bracelets, but you can then use for your cash, your credit cards there for later on. Your earrings slide through these posts.
Oh,
Here you leave your necklaces clasped and swoop them on, and then the pendants drop into this pocket, which is also where when you
Very
take it out, your
nice.
iPhone, your lipstick would live.
Yes.
But it's a way to keep your jewelry organized when you travel. And then a big reason why we did it is we will travel with like you said, a big tote or a
Right.
backpack or something that you wouldn't want to carry to a nice dinner.
Right.
Then you're like, oh goodness, I don't have anything. So now you do, and it matches everything, and you're able to utilize that when you're traveling and not bulk up your luggage.
Right.
Or just if you're not traveling and want to look cool.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that because it's a dual piece.
Yes. Who didn't like a BOGO?
And that fabric is gorgeous. The outside as well as
Yeah.
inside. Love that. My son's
And it's
gonna
also,
print it.
all of our fabrics are micro suede, so they're super soft.
Yes. You don't have to-
And that way, when your jewelry pieces are in there, or like your computer, or
Yeah.
something that you really want to keep safe, even in our weekender, it's soft interior, so you
Yeah.
can make sure that your products aren't going to get scratched or anything like that, and
Oh, God.
they're well
nice layer.
insulated.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
and padding and all of
Yes,
that. So
yes.
yeah. Our lovely, we call it a weekender duffel,
Yes.
which we love. So this
Oh,
is the
cute.
mucha muchacha. So you'll see a little more floral, like we'd mentioned. But and then secret trick.
Which is very, very useful and has come in major handy. So you have the pockets,
Yeah.
but it also transforms into your trolley sleeve.
Oh,
So you can
nice.
slide it right onto your
Fun.
luggage.
Yeah, so this
Very
is
nice.
carry-on friendly.
Yes.
Will fit in the overhead storage bin the narrow way because
Yes.
not everyone listens to the flight attendants directions. So we've allowed to play Tetris in
Yes.
the overhead storage bin, so that was a big factor for us. But yeah, and so we have 3 designs in the duffel bags and backpacks that kind of correspond. So it's a little more of like our travel collection. And then we have a 3rd briefcase design, and then our little clutch, and coming up with some fun things for the summer. So
Oh, I love it.
these brains don't stop working.
Well, like I said, these are gorgeous pieces. I love all the, the detailed that you have in them, and the functionality, the organizational parts
Yes.
and all that with them. It is just a nice functional bag. And I want
Yeah.
to see this one.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it, yeah.
The lion clasp.
I love
Yes.
I don't
those
know
are-
if you guys are.
They're really
These
fun.
lion clasps are so cool.
Yes.
Accompanied
With the lion.
Yeah. See, and so there's the.
With a great reaction. That's
I know.
exactly.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh my
That's why we
God.
didn't show it to her earlier.
Yes, this is a total surprise.
I'm real surprised. It worked.
That
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
I love.
So we call that design the head honcho
Oh,
because
okay,
that's
well,
how you
wow.
feel when you're carrying it.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
The little
But
pour.
yeah.
And then it has your signature, and it just has everything. This is a perfect size for like if you are a iPadder. This
Yeah,
would fit your
or even a
iPad.
MacBook.
Yeah.
The 13, 14-inch laptops
Yeah.
will fit in there. This will fit up to a 16-inch, chargers included.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my husband's big.
More than you think will fit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, this is a really nice size. And like I said, it's it's not too big. It's both of them are not too big, but this one is ideally for the that
Yeah.
smaller
Yes.
that you can fit that. And like I said, I love.
If you work for yourself and you can choose your technology,
Yes.
chances are you'll go with the mini. Because no one wants to buy a big computer to lug around.
No,
If it's issued to you, you don't
I
have a
know.
choice.
Well,
One
I
of the first
know.
things we did was we bought small matching
Yeah.
computers.
And they were like, great. But yeah, and then so these come with a shoulder strap that's adjustable that you can use. The briefcases come with a detachable and adjustable shoulder strap, and then also a luggage strap, so you can attach it onto the same link, and it's like a wristlet option, or you can attach it on opposing ones, and that way, if you are traveling, that short strap you can slide over your trolley sleeve for your bag again, and that way you have a hands-free option. Because again,
very nice.
Function and form can go hand in hand.
Yes.
We really want that.
No, I love that. I mean, like I said, I'm really intrigued with these. And so we're going to have your the website on here so you guys can take a look at it, as well as we're going to have a code. So if you are wanting to purchase something, you'll get the code from watching this video, and you will get a 20% discount. So win-win.
Yeah, exactly.
So thank you for that, for my viewers.
Problem.
But these bags are just like amazing. So you talked about that you have some upcoming things coming up. So can you enlighten us about these upcoming things coming up for the spring, summer?
Yes. So, and then also into fall.
Okay.
So ideally, time-wise, we are hoping it'll be in about a month or so that everything will be released.
Okay.
But we are the pinnacle item of this next collection are our track suits.
Oh,
Yes.
very
We're
fun.
very excited about them. They just have some really beautiful details that we're really excited about and that make them very Franki Ray. So we are really hopeful that everyone will really like them. They're fun to look at and even more fun to wear.
Yes.
Yes.
We're calling it athluxury versus you could leisure in them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they are.
Athluxury.
Yeah, they're very. Again, with the visual component being very important to us.
Yes.
Of course, they're comfortable. It's a tracksuit, but
Right.
you'll feel a little more posh, leaving the house or going into something in them, and the pieces will be sold separately, and we'll have multiple designs. But we're so excited to share those very soon.
Yes.
Well, I can't wait to see those. And the perfect thing to travel into.
Exactly.
You're
Right.
comfortable.
And they will accompany this collection, and then we'll have a brand new set for fall.
Oh,
Like all new florals that no one's seen.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Well, I can't wait to see ththose. That'll be very fun to see. All these great pieces here. Like I said, I love them all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And it's gorgeous, very gorgeous. Again, you guys should check out the website. Again, it's going to be at the bottom of this podcast. And check out these things in person, because really the details and everything that I'm seeing in here are amazing.
We do have a few local locations where we have some presence if you want to go touch and feel. So we're at Elizabeth W. Boutique in the shops of Highland Park right there on Oak Lawn.
Okay.
And then also at the Market Ridgely, which is out in Fort Worth. But it's a beautifully curated space, and there's a lot of really fun things to see there. And then also at Oak Meadow Ranch up in Valley View, Texas.
Oh,
about an hour north of here, and that is a really special, fun place to get to visit. It's an Airbnb kind of oasis, beautiful restaurant on site, exotic animal experience. The
Lemurs,
owner,
baby foxes.
yeah,
wow.
and the owner, Kristen, she and her husband run it, but she just could not be more fun and delightful. And she's one of our customers.
Next segment.
How do you plug another guest? But yeah, and so it's been again a very organic way to start to get back into retail now that things are opening up and people are ready to shop and realize that it isn't quite Armageddon. So we're all going to travel and go to work again.
Oh yes, travel is back up.
Yeah, and so it's nice to be able to have places for people to touch and feel and see them. But yeah, and we're also on the Instagram.
So we'll have everything.
Give us a follow. Yeah.
Well, I have enjoyed seeing this. This is fantastic. I love everything about this. I hope my viewers, you guys again, we've got their website. We've got the discount there, so you can order your fantastic piece and be stylish as you're going to work, or if you're not, even if you don't work and just your normal nonprofit meeting. hey,
Bang, boom, pow.
there
I
you
mean,
go.
business.
Breakfast.
Breakfast and everything. Well, cheers to
Oh,
us, and
yay.
thank you so much.
Cheers.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you
welcome.
so much.
Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to contact Kimberly with your real estate needs, you can reach her at kimberlywoodard.ebby.com. We hope you enjoyed our guest this week, and remember, don't just love your home, love your community.